Hi there, I am Kelly Houston. I am a registered dietitian working with women, kids, and families to help them feel fueled and nourished to have the energy to live their best life. Often when I'm working with clients, they'll focus on where they are bad with food. And I use the word bad, not as a judgment from my end, that's how they describe it. They'll focus on the salt and the sugar and the fat. The media does a really great job of villainizing these ingredients, or in some cases, putting false halos around them. And that takes away from the big picture, which is what I at least want to really focus on. Guess what? Salt and sugar and fat make food taste good. People seem to think that they need to be eating plain Greek yogurt or steamed vegetables with no seasoning because the second they add any sugar or honey or salt or butter, they've ruined their diet for the day. Am I saying that everyone should just go all out, adding salt by the shakerful and adding sugar and butter to everything? Of course not. But if that little bit of brown sugar helps your oatmeal with berries and nuts go down easier, or if you'll actually eat the Brussels sprouts that are roasted with some olive oil and bacon instead of just pushing them around on your plate, I call that a win. Good nutrition isn't just about what we eliminate. And there can be dangers to eliminating things, especially if it's taken to the extreme. It's about the benefits of the foods that we eat. Plant foods provide us with fiber, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and carbohydrates. Plants have carbohydrates. That's what they are, fruits and vegetables and beans and whole grains and starches like potatoes. Meats provide us with iron and protein, among other nutrients. Dairy is a great bioavailable source of calcium and protein, again, among other nutrients. But we can have the most nutritious meal imaginable, and if it tastes like crap and doesn't get eaten, then it doesn't do us any good. If food were just about nutrition, then we could be robots that don't care about taste. Food is supposed to be rewarding. If we don't like what we eat, we don't have reason to eat, and then we would die, and that's not very helpful to extend the species. The reward from eating is several-fold. We get to enjoy our food, it makes us feel satisfied, and it gives us energy to go about our day. Here are some dangers with eliminating foods. Fat. Fat helps us absorb fat-soluble vitamins like vitamins A, D, E, and K. I talk about that in another video with the body language and food choices. Like I'll have clients and they'll say, yeah, I have carrots every day with my lunch with ranch. And they just are so ashamed, like they don't want to tell me that they just have a little bit of ranch with their carrots. Well, guess what? If there was no ranch, or it could be not just ranch, it could be hummus or peanut butter or guacamole, then we're not going to absorb the vitamin A that those carrots are so rich in. Let's see, fat. So the fat-soluble vitamins, it's important for brain and eye health. It helps keep us full and satisfied. It helps maintain our cellular integrity. It's a building block for hormones. So all these really important things that if we're eating a very, very, very low-fat diet, we're not going to be getting these benefits, and that could cause damage long-term. Carbohydrates, so those are the most recent villain. So carbohydrates or glucose is the body's and the brain's most preferred fuel source. If we stop eating carbs or cut way down, we can get a headache, we can get hangry, that can cause us to overeat later. We can get brain fog because our brain isn't getting the energy that it needs. Carbs are protein sparing. That means if we get enough fuel or energy from carbohydrate and food, our body doesn't have to break down muscle to use that for energy. Let's see, salt. So in all reality, we probably don't need extra salt from the shaker. We probably get enough from the foods that we eat without adding any more. But that doesn't mean we should be afraid to add a little bit if it gets us to eat, more nutritious foods, maybe like a vegetable of some sort or a protein source. If I'm eating eggs, you'd be hard pressed to find me not adding a little salt probably to my eggs. Now, certainly there are medical conditions where we would need to, again, maybe not totally like cut back or eliminate, but where we want to structure the fat differently, where we want to structure the carbohydrate throughout the day, like with diabetes, or we want to monitor the amount of sodium, like with heart failure, or blood pressure, theoretically. So here's the big picture. Is your eating style giving you foods that you enjoy and look forward to eating, a variety of foods from different food groups, and then a variety within the different food groups, energy to make it through till your next eating time without feeling miserable or constantly thinking about food? And does your current eating give you the ability to be flexible as things change? If your current diet, and by diet I just mean way of eating, isn't giving you these things, try experimenting and adding a little of these ingredients to make food more enjoyable and satisfying. If you're struggling with how to find an eating pattern that works for you, please reach out. We can work towards a more energetic and satisfied you together. Thanks for watching.